Being that I am a very passionate, compassionate person, I love people so much. I've always kind of lived for other people. And in my mind, my heart, that is what I was supposed to do. Um, I had this idea that, putting myself first or like caring for myself was selfish. And so when I saw this program, I said, oh, okay, well, I have an issue with binge eating. And I saw this was a vegan program. I'm vegan. So I was like, oh, well, let me see what this is about. And I had no idea that it was going to deal with issues that have nothing to do with food. And it was going to dig into something so deep that it is now completely transformed my life. And you can start any kind of a program, and I've done lots of programs, weight loss programs, and you can be successful on them, and that's wonderful. But you're never actually dealing with the core problem. And that was a huge thing for me. Sure, I can go on a diet, or I can restrict what I'm doing, or I can become obsessive with working out, and I can lose weight and then, have these results. But one, it's not lasting. And two, I didn't actually solve the problem, because the problem wasn't the food and the exercise. The problem was my deep down emotions. And we never talk about that. We never deal with that. And so this has been completely eye-opening for me. You put in your hard work, and you put in your effort into this program, and it's transformational. It's more than just, I'm going to lose a little bit of weight, or I want to do this. It's completely transformational, and I feel so blessed that I have gotten here, and thank you for everything, honestly. I honestly, I didn't actually do as much research as, probably most people do. Like, I'm going to admit it to you right now, I didn't even watch the master class. I just I saw one of your small video clips, and I was totally interested. So I just instantly booked the phone call. And after the phone call, or, at the end of the phone call, I just said, well, I'm doing this, because, my initial thought was just, well, this binge eating has been going on for years. This has been, this is stopping me from feeling my best, because I feel bad about myself because I can't lose weight, and I'm emotionally eating. So, that was my main concern. I actually had no idea of all the actual emotions and issues we were going to work through and change. So, I don't even know if you want to call this like it's definitely a transformational program. So I get the name, the Empowered Vegan, because it's going to empower you, and it's amazing. I am a transformed person. I keep saying that word, but it's like the most powerful word you can use in this situation. I went from, number one, not even really understanding why I was eating. I know I was numbing out, but I didn't know what I was numbing out from. So going through this process, delving into my thoughts, my emotions, and seeing what was causing this, and working through it, and to now actually being able to recognize when I have these thoughts, stop these thoughts, and reframe them and make them in a way that I can be successful. And just my overall image of myself, my feeling about myself has changed so much. I really, really, really thought I was disgusting when I started this program. I thought I was so gross. I was fat. I was ugly. It was something deep within that I had dealt with for years. And it didn't matter what someone, what people thought, oh, but you're pretty, or whatever they said. That didn't matter, because that's not how I felt. Mm-hmm. And, I have discovered this love for myself through this program. And even though I'm not, my thought was always, I want to be this skinny little ripped abs, kind of like you. And I lived up to this expectation that I needed to be this way and that I was not good enough unless I looked like that. So for my entire life, I was not good enough because I wasn't looking like that. And for me to look like that is a little unrealistic because that's not what my body type has been for my entire life. So I now I realize me as I am, and I do work out every day and I do eat healthy and I'm taking this amazing care of my body, and my body is the way it is, and I love myself as I am. And that is something I never thought could happen in my entire life because I always thought of it as a destination. When I'm ripped with these abs, I will be beautiful and happy. But that isn't true. And just to be able to be happy with who you are as you are is the most amazing gift that you could have given me. And so thank you so much, because your guidance helped me get there. And of course it comes from within, and you're going to, people watching this, you're going to be able to work on yourself and do this for yourself. That's what's so empowering, is that you get this from yourself, because no one else is going to give this to you. You have the guidance from your program, and then you discover this on your own. And wow, I just never thought that could happen to me. And I'm so happy.
Oh. Oh, I just love hearing you talk about this, Lindsay, because you're just glowing, and like the happiness and the joy is just exuding out of you. Everybody watching, I'm sure, can see. And just a little disclaimer here, on the last Facebook Live, you guys, I talked about how to build muscle on a vegan, with a vegan lifestyle. And I've been doing, you guys, sports since I was 5 years old. I was building muscle at 5 years old. I've gone my whole life. It's been my life. It's been my career, and even so, for the majority of my adult life, I had body dysmorphia, and I was unhappy with myself. It doesn't matter. Like, if you are taking care of yourself, if you're, doing healthy things because you love yourself and you have that deep rooted just love and worth and confidence, that's where the happiness comes from. And that's how you can create a life that's not just happy, not just healthy, but truly meaningful and purposeful.
Yeah, I always felt like I was a person that needed to kind of hide. Even though I do have like a big personality, like when it comes to jobs, I didn't want to stand out. I just wanted to do my job, do the minimal, and get in, get out. And, never really felt passion, never really felt like I was living my purpose, or do I get to live my purpose? Do I deserve to live my purpose? Now I actually my eyes have opened to possibilities, and I'm even considering starting my own business or something like that, which is if you knew how much that I would not have thought that before, you would understand. But it's just, your world opens up, things become better, everything becomes better, your relationships become better, because going back to what we were saying before about I gave myself to it. I thought, giving myself to others was the best way to be. Now I realize by taking care of myself and being my best self, I'm actually able to be a better friend, better in relationships, better, everything is better. You need that motivation. And I'm telling you, I was doing everything I could possibly do to try to get myself to this point on my own, and with doing classes here and there and that, and I wasn't able to do it. It wasn't until this program. And what this program does that's so important is we have the accountability of checking in every week. We fill out our forms, and we're getting on these group calls, or we're listening to these group calls, and we're checking in with each other. We're being accountable. We have the Facebook group that we can at any time, have the support, ask questions, have someone to lean on. you know, because it's hard with life, you know, things come up and it's really difficult. And if you're struggling, you have someone to be there for you. We get a buddy that, you know, Carly's my buddy.
Oh, yay, your buddy's here.
Yeah, that's so happy. And it's crazy with the buddy, I'll tell you right now. It's like you instantly just have this like connection because you have this other person who's right along there with you, and you know, you feel so much love for them, and you have this person that's not, you know, a coach, that you can just say like, hey, what do you think of this? And it makes you feel like you have, you know, you instantly have a friend. And you know, this group is so loving. I don't know how it is even possible that all these amazing women that you've been able to find, but it is so encouraging. It's so supportive. It's so loving. And you want to change, not because you feel bad, because you're afraid of what someone will say, like, oh, well, you didn't do that this week. You want to change because you feel inspired and people are proud of you, and you have a loving group that's supporting you as you grow. And we just have this like this love for each other and this support. And oh my, and you know, you think 6 months, I'm going to tell you, I heard 6 months and I was like, that was one of my fears. I was like, well, that's a long time. I can't do 6 months. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm like, 6 months is almost over. I'm like, no. It goes so fast. It goes so fast. And everyone that I've talked to in the group has agreed with me that it's like that. So if it has to do with timing, it'll go by fast. You know what I mean? I think a lot of it is excuses too. Like we want the easy way out. Like, you know, oh, maybe I can do this another time, or, you know, that's, I don't know if I want to do this. And we just have excuses because we want to stay comfortable. We're afraid to take a risk. We're afraid to take a leap. But being comfortable isn't going to get you to where you want to be. So why not try it? Try something new. Why not try something? Take a risk and do something, because I'm telling you, I'm doing this and it has changed me. And I think it can change you. So I'm just saying, I'm just excited for everyone to start getting on. I'm really excited. Yeah. I want everyone to get on this journey. It's amazing.
Oh, I love it. And speaking of getting on this journey with us, the steps to take to explore this possibility in your life are first to watch the masterclass. The masterclass, if it speaks to you, then you're in the right place. And this is an opportunity that I encourage you highly to take advantage of. You'll know, once you watch that masterclass, you'll say, oh my gosh, Ella is speaking to me. And it will help you start to make those shifts and realize what shifts need to be made. And if that resonates with you, you have an opportunity to book a breakthrough session. That is a phone call with me, and we talk about where you're at in your life. We really explore you, your needs, what you want out of life, what are your relationship with food and your body and yourself is, what tools you're missing. And only if you're a perfect fit, if I feel 1,000% confident that you can come into this program and that we can get you the outcome that you want and change your life forever. If that's the case, then we can talk about the program. If that's not the case, I'm not going to even talk about the program. So there's really nothing to lose by getting on this call. What would you say, Lindsay, to somebody who's just hesitating, who's fearful, or says, what is this really about? I'm suspicious that this is something that's, a sales call, or what would you say to somebody like that?
Well, first of all, I am a real person. I am a real human, and I'm not getting anything out of this except that I want people to feel as good as me. And this is no joke. If you're willing to take that chance to make your life better, you can, of course, do some sort of weight loss program, but it's not going to be the thing that changes your life. If you want a real life transformation, and this is the time, why not try out? Why not go for this? Like, you deserve it. If you think that you don't deserve to feel your best, that's insane, because we all deserve to feel wonderful, beautiful. And I know you have a lot of fear. We all do. It's natural, because when you don't know what's coming, when you don't know what to expect, that's when the fear comes. But I'm going to tell you, I've seen, even now, like even something that happened today with me, I'm making more, I'm taking more risks, and it'll completely change you. So when you get through the program, now you're just automatically making your life better. Um, I really just think that you just have to be brave for a minute and push through, because this is your time, and you're watching this right now, which means you're interested. And I'm telling you that this is it. You're going for this. And I think it's going to be so good. So just trust me. And you can find me on Facebook and message me, because that's how much I believe in this program. Like no shame over here. Like, ask me if you want to. This is legit. And I hope you're ready to change your life like me.
Yay.